Hey everybody, it's Brad at Dayport Brothers LLC out in Versailles, Ohio. Going to do another walk around video followed by an operational video on this 2013 Caterpillar 246D skid steer that came in and we're putting up for sale. Like always, I'll walk around, I'll talk about the features and functions, I'll get up close to everything, I'll show you everything that I see, talk about anything that I know on this particular machine. Then of course we'll fire it up. We'll run it through its paces. We'll let you hear the engine, show you the front pins, lift the loader, dump the bucket, lift the front end up, show you the hydraulics are strong, drive it around, show you it turns strong to both directions. As always, if you are in the market for a used skid steer, a used piece of construction equipment, or a used piece of ag equipment, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. Your likes and subscriptions help other people who are looking for equipment find our videos and find our machines, and we truly do appreciate it. All right, like I said, this one's a 2013 Cat 246D, pretty well loaded up with options. It's cab, heat, air, it's high flow XPS, 2-speed. It's got a power coupler, self-leveling bucket, advanced display with a backup camera, weight kit, float, creep, heated air ride seat, 2,150 pound lift capacity at 50% of tipping load, 7,424 pound operating weight, and this one has 4,471 hours. Sorry in advance if the audio is off. It's a little breezy out here today. I'm trying to do the best I can at shielding the microphone. Like I said, here in a little bit we'll fire it up. We'll show you these front pins up here. There's some play in the pins, nothing I wouldn't expect for 4,400 hours. This is just a what I always call kind of a common sense machine. It's a lot of options on a skid steer that does run good for just not a ton of money anymore in the world of skid steers. But it's got dents, stings, scratches. It's not pretty by any stretch of the imagination, but does seem to run good. So like I said, we'll show you those pins here in a little bit. For now, I'm just kind of going to get up close to everything, show you the wear and everything. Typical paint peeling around the outer edges and scuffs and scratches here on the loader arm. No cracks or welds that I'm seeing here on this loader arm. Just kind of typical wear for a 13-year-old machine with 4,400 hours. And here on the side of the cab, nothing looks out of the ordinary there. Looking at our front tire on this side, I'm gonna say we're down to, let's call it 10-15% tread depth. I think I'm being very fair there. No real weather checking to speak of. Sidewall looks good. Little step back. Looking at the front rim on this side, as you can see there, paint peeling in spots. It's got some surface rust here and there where the paint has peeled off. A couple small little dings in the outer edge right here. Otherwise, the outer edge of that rim looks fairly good. Back tire on this side again, down to 10% or so tread depth. Little more kind of just chunks out of the tread bars on this rear tire here than what was on that front one. Looking at the rear rim here, rear rim's a little better than front rim. Again, still just paint peeling, and there's some surface rust where the paint's peeled, but no huge dings in that outer edge there. And then in here on the side of the frame, just a few spots there where the paint's chipped off and little surface rust where the paint's peeled off. Back corner on this side's fairly straight. Weight kit, like we said. Nothing out of the ordinary here, just your paint chip there. Now this back corner back here, it's like they've backed into something pretty hard here. This is bent in here and bent that way there, and it's gotten into this top shield a little bit. Now, of course, paint chipped off back here. Tail light, both those light lenses look fine. Coming around the back, looking at the rear engine enclosure door here. A couple spots here where this mesh has some dents in it there, kind of all right in line with each other there. Bottom of that door's fine. Bottom of that ledge back here, just typical paint chipped off back here, especially on the corners where we tie it down. Up top, this accordion mesh here looks fine. Just this corner here that's dinged up where they've backed into something, or I'm assuming they've backed into something. Lenses are fine here. Coming to this rear corner, just some paint chipped off back here. Same thing as the other side. Again, weight kit. Looking at the rear tire on this side, it's actually got quite a bit of life left in it. Definitely the best tire on the machine. I'm gonna say this one's probably 60 70% tread depth. I think I'm being very fair there. Lots of life left there in that tire. And then taking a look, the rear rim on this side is about the same as the rear rim on the other side. It's a little better than the front. Still got some paint chipped off and little surface rust. One little ding right here and another tiny one right there on that outer edge. Little one right there. Front tire on this side, again, probably down to 10% or less tread depth. A couple little spots where it's getting some chunks in the tread bars, what little bit of the tread bars are left. And looking here, front rim, again, a little bit of a ding right here on that outer edge of that rim, and then a few spots where it's got some little bit of surface rust in there, just where the paint's exposed. Side of the frame on this one looks the same on this side as the other side. Looking at the loader arm on this side, again, I don't see anything that looks like it's been cracked or welded or plated on the loader arm. Just typical, there's paint flaked. Again, how it always starts on the outer edges and just kind of working its way up. Same thing here, just surface rust where the paint has chipped off. Looking at the back side of the skid steer mount plate on this side, I am not seeing anything that looks cracked or welded or plated. Just typical wear down in there, just paint chipped off. Cat branded bucket here. Cutting edge is very good. There's a little bit of asphalt, residual asphalt right here and then in that back corner, but the bucket's nice and flat. There's no big dents or dings in that bucket. Like I said, cutting edge is very good. Pretty decent bucket there, aside from it does have some residual asphalt. If you use the bucket a lot, I'm sure some of that would come out. Let's see if I can get in here. Take a good look here in the engine compartment. I'll try to go nice and slow. You'll see there's some dust and dirt and stuff in here. Again, I'll try to go nice and slow. I'll try not to bump the microphone too much. It is dry up top here. I don't see any oil or diesel or antifreeze running anywhere. Now, I say it with every used machine. If you go over with a fine-tooth comb, there is going to be a seep or something somewhere. I'll pretty well guarantee it. But the side of the block's nice and dry. The cylinders seem to be fairly dry. There again, like I said, really not seeing any oil. It does have a block heater here. Down in the bottom, everything seems fairly dry. Compressor looks good. While I'm thinking of it, the AC at the time of this video, the AC is blowing cold. Alternator looks good. Everything over here on this side, I'll try to go slow. Let you see in there. And like I said, down in the bottom is nice and dry. Back shield's good. Looking at this rear cooler, some of the fins are just bent just a little bit here on that rear cooler. Looks like some of this might be kind of, some of it's dust, you can see there coming off of my hand. Some of it looks like it's pretty well stuck, but some of it does wipe off there, you can see. Take a look at the cab, the interior, and the ROPS here on this side. ROPS all looks good, glass is good. Coming to the back side here, everything looks pretty well normal there. Again, all that glass is good. Coming to this side of the ROPS, nothing out of the ordinary here. I do know up here in the front we'll see this front section here's got some dings in it where it kind of sticks out over your lights. Some dents there, and same thing up top and on that corner too. Front faceplate here is just kind of typical for a cat machine of this era. Some of this paint's peeled off up front. That decal's not good. This bottom step's actually fairly good. This one's tweaked back just a little bit. That one's fine. Front door is good. Shock is still nice and strong there. Floor mat is good. Bottom seat cushion, the cloth is starting to pull away from the bottom, but there's no cuts or tears there. Same thing with that backrest. Looking at our left side joystick, all the buttons are good. Pretty much all that texture's wore off. It's kind of got a, these have like a rubber outer coating. The texture's all kind of wore off on it here. Trigger button's good. That rubber boot down here is good. Going to the right side joystick, again, same thing. Toggle switch is good. Buttons are good. The rubber outer shell, as you can see there, just kind of wore Nothing I wouldn't expect for 4,400 hours. Trigger button's good. Rubber boot is good. It is an advanced display machine. Like I said earlier, it does have a backup camera that works just like it's supposed to. Backup camera. I know it's kind of hard with the sunlight the way it is. I don't think it's gonna help any. That didn't help any, but there. You can see it, hopefully. 4,471 hours. All of our buttons up here are fine, nice and legible. Same thing over here. HVAC controls. You can actually still see most of the P on the park brake button, which is kind of unusual. Fins down here on our HVAC are actually all good. Also unusual for a machine with these hours and age. Taking a good look up here where these tilt cylinders come up and mount to the loader frame. Everything looks normal there. Nothing looks cracked or welded. Same thing over here. Just your typical paint chipped off on the blocks down here where they sit. Nothing out of the ordinary there. And like I said earlier, backside of that skid steer mount plate, everything looks fine. All right, like I said, this was a 2013 246D, 4,471 hours, lots of options, lots of photos on our website. That's listed down below in the description. If you have any questions, comment down below. We'll try to answer them for you. We'll fire it up and get right into an operational video.